Okay, everybody, let's try another one right here. This one looks like it's a difficult one. It says the sum of the squares of two odd consecutive integers is 10. Find the two integers. So the first thing to ask is, well, what do we mean by two consecutive odd integers? Two odd consecutive integers. Well, if the first odd integer is x, let's let that be the first odd integer here. Then the next odd integer is going to be 2 greater than that, x plus 2. So we should start by letting these be our two integers. All right, what do we know about these two integers? Well, it says that the sum of the squares of the two consecutive integers, so we have to square the first integer and then square the second integer. And it says the sum of the two squares is 10. Looks like we've got a nice factorable thing here, I hope. Let's see if it works out. Of course, we need to carry out this x plus 2 squared. That's one of those special products. X squared is going to be added to the square of x plus 2. Well, x plus 2 times x plus 2 becomes x squared plus 4x plus 4. If you need to go to the side and pause right here and work that out for yourself, I highly recommend that you do. Okay, now if you verified that for yourself, the next thing we're going to do is simplify everything and set it equal to 0. So we're going to get 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 10. We would have to subtract the 10 from both sides. So if I did that to the left and I did that to the right, I'm going to get 2 times x squared plus 4x minus 6 is equal to 0. And I should really factor out 2 right here, since each of those have a greatest common factor of 2, and get x squared plus 2x minus 3. Well, see, the nice thing is that this does become really, really easy for us to factor. So we're going to get 2 times, let's see, 2 binomial factors whose leading terms multiply to x squared and constant terms multiply to negative 3. Let's see, that's x and x in the first case, because that's x squared. Negative 3, two factors of negative 3 whose sum is positive 2 would be positive 3 and negative 1. So we're going to get x plus 3 is equal to 0. Or we would try x equals 1, x minus 1. Let's try x minus 1 first here, right? Keep things in order. X minus 1 is equal to 0. And so solving, I get x equals negative 3 and x equals 1. All right, now it says the sum of two odd consecutive integers. Well, odd consecutive integers, we did not indicate whether they could be negative or positive, so we actually have two possibilities right here. The first possibility is that if x is equal to 1, then x plus 2 would be equal to 3, and so our odd consecutive integers, 1 and 3, have squares whose sum is equal to 10. Well, yeah, that's true, right? Because 3 squared plus 1 squared is equal to 9 plus 1, which is equal to 10. So that seems pretty reasonable. What about the other one? What if we make x equal to negative 3? Well, that means that x plus 2 would equal negative 1. And does that work? Well, sure. Negative 3 squared plus negative 1 squared is the same thing as positive 9 plus positive 1. And sure enough, that's equal to 10 as well. So we actually have two different integers that could potentially solve this problem. All right, one last video coming up.